This is God.
Don't you blame the movies! Movies don't create psychos! Movies make psychos or create God!
Because you were home.
Welcome back to this year's Halloween Spooktacular. Today I'm going to be talking about another new release, and that is a movie that is out on Amazon Prime, Totally Killer. Totally Killer stars Kiernan Shipka. 35 years after the shocking murders of 3 teens, an infamous killer returns on Halloween night to claim a 4th victim. When 17-year-old Jamie comes face-to-face with the masked maniac, she accidentally time travels back to 1987. Forced to navigate the unfamiliar culture, Jamie teams up with her teenage mother to take down the psycho once and for all. I saw the trailers for this movie and I said, that looks like it could be a fun enough Halloween horror type of movie. And Totally Killer, it's not as good as it probably should be. It's okay. It's fine. It's not one of those movies that I'm going to look forward to watching every year during Halloween or spooky season. I could watch this once every 4 years. It's not a staple every year like something like Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween is going to be. I mean, obviously those are classics. We're talking about a new release that's definitely not destined to be a classic, but I think a lot of people will find some fun in this movie. I just felt that it didn't take full advantage of its premise. It's a horror comedy. The comedy aspects aren't as funny as you want them to be, but I did feel as if, though, with the lighthearted tone that this movie takes in the timeline of 1987, I felt that the movie was at its strongest there and at its weakest with the horror serial killer aspects. The serial killer calls himself the Sweet 16 Killer because he stabs people 16 times. I'm like, if you're called the Sweet 16 Killer, just kill people on their sweet 16th birthday or something and have one of those sweet 16 birthdays occur around Halloween time. I think that would make much more sense to call yourself the Sweet 16 Killer than stabbing people 16 times. It feels like the crew behind this movie had more of a grasp on comedy and lightheartedness than they did on the actual horror serial killer genre than they think they do. It seems like they have more knowledge of that. And I'm not saying they don't have knowledge of what makes a slasher movie, but it borrowed a lot from other slasher movies and it followed a lot of the slasher movie cliches. Also, the Sweet 16 Killer has like this dumb, stupid fucking mask. Like, seriously, are we getting rickrolled here? I can literally walk into Party City or Spirit Halloween and just be like, I want your dumbest, most idiotic mask, please, and that's the one they would probably give to me. I also found this movie to be, for a movie that's an hour and 45 minutes, long. Yeah, this thing felt like it was at least pushing like 2 hours and 10. The pacing is a little slow. There are moments here where yeah, you're supposed to be having fun, but the movie forgets to have fun sometimes. Where you think like, okay, like we're building Jamie, the main character played by Kiernan Shipka, is trying to convince everybody that, hey, the killer's coming out here, we have to go to this location, but it takes so long for her to convince them and for them to actually get to those locations. And sometimes it feels like there's side excursions going on, and it makes the movie feel a lot longer than it actually is, and it sucks some of the life out of the movie. It sucks a lot of the pacing out of the movie. So when it is actually trying to be a lighthearted, fun movie, it's not as fun as it actually wants to be. But I did think Kiernan Shipka was really good in the movie. I haven't seen her in anything. I haven't watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I know that she's Sabrina in that show. I haven't really seen what she has acting talent-wise, and I think she's got a lot of talent. I think if she can carry a Sabrina the Teenage Witch show, she can carry a horror movie, and I think bringing somebody from a background like that, from a series about witches, a teenage witch at that, and you put them in a horror movie, I think they'll succeed, and I think she succeeds here. I also loved the complete like juxtaposition of what's like considered appropriate and societal norms from the 80s to like now. Jamie goes back in time to 1987 and people are just like saying shit and wearing clothes that you wouldn't even see or say nowadays. There's this guy who's wearing an FBI shirt. It says Federal Booby Inspector. Yeah, you can't get away with that today. The meta commentary on that was actually where I was having the most fun and where the most laughs for this movie were coming out of. There's nothing gut-bustingly funny in this movie, but when they're actually talking about Back to the Future or time travel or the societal differences between the 80s and 2023, that's where this movie was at its most fun. And And a big part of what carries this movie is Kiernan Shipka, but I just found it to be a little hollow. I don't think it was as fun as it wanted to be because it does feel like there is a lot of dead air in certain scenes. Sometimes it just feels like scenes drag on or there's side excursions going on, and I never felt scared watching this. I just felt like I was watching a killer in a stupid dumb mask just going around killing people, and it was kind of funny. It wasn't as terrifying as it was supposed to be because he's wearing that stupid fucking mask. Totally Killer is a killer time with half a bucket of popcorn. Like I said, I probably won't come back to this movie for maybe a few years. It's not a movie that I have to watch every Halloween as an October staple. There are plenty other movies with the same kind of tone and the same kind of lightheartedness that I would rather watch before this. Something like Happy Death Day, you could easily compare this movie to. It's Back to the Future meets Happy Death Day. So if you have seen Totally Killer on Amazon Prime, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos in this Halloween Spooktacular. My name is Alex, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.